Hi, everybody. I wanted to do another vlog. I really enjoyed doing the first one from yesterday, and so I want to have it be something that I am doing consistently and release one a day. This one's off the cuff, like yesterday, right after I got done with work. If you have kids or you've ever been in a house with three kids and two crazy dogs and a cat, you'd understand why it's easier to do it in my driveway, in my car, as soon as I get home. But what I'll probably do this weekend is work on, getting a few ready to go so that I can release one a day. And really, I've got a lot of ideas that I want to share with you guys. And I want to say two things before I get into the topic for today. The first thing is thank you. I have received so much love and support. Everybody's been checking on me today, and it's a little overwhelming, but I appreciate it. And I knew that I had a lot of people that cared about me. I knew that people read my blog, but I really didn't quite expect to get the response that I have. So it's really encouraging, and I'm really glad to share my story. I hope that people can benefit from what I've gone through, and that's a big purpose for me. Number one, I've said this previously, number one is that this is cathartic for me. I really enjoy being able to kind of talk and get all the things out of my head that are going on. But I also am hopeful that I can help other people with my journey. I think a lot of times we forget that the reason why we become successful or can learn from things is because we take from other people. It's something that I really learned when we were going through the autism diagnosis with Riley. I could look over all the literature and I could learn the textbook things, but what really gave me the most value was learning from other moms who had been through what I was going through. The second thing that I want to say is I don't know how many people read the blog about my breakup recently. And I just wanted to be really clear that I didn't come off making it sound like I was bad-mouthing him. He's not a bad person for deciding to not be with me. There's no love loss. I wish him well. Sometimes people just don't belong together, and where I was in my feelings wasn't necessarily where he was, and that's okay. That's a learning experience. But I felt like some people were kind of questioning me about it, and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't come off making him sound like a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. He's a great guy. He's his own person, and while I wouldn't understand why somebody wouldn't want to love me, that is his journey, and he's got to do the things that are right for him. So I just wanted to make that really clear. The topic that I really want to discuss today, and I don't know if you can tell, I'm super high energy today. I feel really good. Life is feeling really great. You guys have energized me in a way, and this is kind of going to be typical of depression. One day might be really bad, really, really, really bad, and then you go through your process, and the next day is great. And all of that is part of me being able to accumulate these coping mechanisms that I've accumulated over time, which has made me think about the things that I wish that I had told or that I knew when I was young. Things about if I could go back in time and tell young me certain things, what would they be? And so that brings us to today's topic. And I want to say, I'm not sure how long these are going to be. I don't really have a time frame that I'm looking at. I felt like the last one was all right length, a little long for what I was hoping for. But, as time goes on, or the topic that it is, I'm just kind of going off of feeling the thoughts in my head, getting it out. I'm open to feedback, but it's really, this is my thing, and you can watch it if you don't want to. You can fast forward, you can leave it. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm putting me out there, and whatever you want to take from it, that's 100% up to you. So I'm not really looking for negative feedback, because it's not about you guys. I mean, it is. Like, I want people to be helped, but it's for me too. So love it or leave it. It's my opinion on that. But this brings me to something that I think comes up a lot, and that is body image. And I'm thinking about how, the idea that everybody has value, but I think a lot of people mistakenly place their value on their body. And this is something that I have learned. I probably didn't learn really well until I was 30, that your body is not your value. You do not get value from your body. Everybody's body is different. And I remember being young and really depressed about the fact that I have always been a lot of lady. I've never been a small person, not ever. And I would compare myself to my peers and look at ideals. And when you're a teenager, you are geared towards wanting to be what the opposite sex finds appealing. And so I was constantly comparing myself to this girl, that girl. And at the point I am in my life, I hear a lot of people still my age or older that after a breakup, or when they see so-and-so, especially larger ladies, I think we're geared towards supposed to hate small women. No, everybody has their own body. Their bodies don't determine their value. They don't make them a good person. Not all skinny girls are bitches, and not all big ladies are bitches. Nobody's a bitch. But this also extends to men. I think that everybody should be able to look at themselves and know that they are attractive to somebody or beautiful to themselves. And if I could go back in time and tell young me to not put so much emphasis on my value on what I look like, I think that would be the best thing that I could have done to make young people understand that, okay, you might not look like so-and-so, you might not have this, you might not have that, but I guarantee you there will be somebody that is attracted to you if that's what you're worried about. I guarantee you that you are beautiful just exactly how you are. And something that I've learned really well, and I at this point in my life, I find that when I've started talking to different people that I'm interested in dating, I feel like there's a lot of reassuring that they are attracted to me or my body type. And I think that really just goes to speak to the fact that a lot of women that are larger, BBWs as you wish, are very self-conscious and geared to think that they're not attractive because they have more body on them. And so I find that men who are attracted to me feel like they have to reassure me that I am what they want. And I will put this out there right now, you don't have to do that. I assume that if you're talking to me that you're interested in me, and men usually aren't trying to get with women that they're not physically attracted to. I mean, at least not any that I'm interested in dating, and that would come out over time. But I think all people need to realize that don't start looking at yourself and comparing yourself and wishing I was this, or if somebody that you are interested in starts talking to somebody that is really different than what you look like. Everybody's entitled to what they're attracted to. What I'm attracted to is really different than what somebody else that maybe even looks just like me might be attracted to. That's not really something that is across the board. It's kind of unique to everybody what you want. And so I just think that we really need to stop putting the focus on our physical appearance. Don't get me wrong. I am not in the camp that says don't wear makeup or you don't need makeup because you're beautiful the way you are. If wearing makeup makes you feel beautiful, I'm in that point in my life. I'm okay, without makeup, but I like the way I look much better with makeup. So I want to wear makeup. It's just the same as, having your hair cut short or the kind of clothes that you wear, things like that. By all means, I'm not in that body positivity where, people are going to argue about fat is healthy. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on that either way. I think that if you look at yourself and you want yourself to be a different way, that is great. Do what makes you happy, 100%. But don't be looking at it as if I was just thinner, my husband would be more sexually attracted to me. If I looked like this, then I would get more attention. That's not true. Me as I am right now in this point in my life, I have just as much, maybe more attention than I did when I was younger because I have a confidence and I have an understanding that who I am is okay. I'm perfect as I am. You can take it or leave it. If you don't like it, move along. If you like it, hit me up because now I'm single again. But that's all the things that people really need to take into consideration is your body is not your value. That's the main thing here. Your body is your vessel. Your body gets you around. It's ideal to take care of it because you probably would want to be able to do certain things. But if you're not able to maintain a certain weight or any of those kinds of things, that's okay. That's okay. Don't just let that determine your worth, your value, because we are all value. Our character is what really lends to our value. Our ability to look out for other people or to see the brighter side of life or to contribute to the world in a positive way. Those things all lend to our value. But what you look like doesn't lend to your value, because I have seen some of the most beautiful people that look like the magazines that are the ugliest people you'll ever know on the inside. And I've seen a ton of people who are ugly, or too fat or too this, too that are the most beautiful souls you'll ever meet. And I just want to encourage everybody to really stop taking that as their measure of value. Just, you are who you are. If you want to improve yourself, that's okay. Of course, do that. Do something that makes you feel good about you. But if you look at yourself and you're not there yet, and you're telling yourself that I'll do this when I get to this, all my life will be good when I get here, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. 100%. And so I kind of rambled, and we're almost to 15 minutes. So I think I'm going to end it here. Thanks everybody for watching. And again, all the words of encouragement. I really appreciate all the feedback and the nice things that have been said to me. I hope that you guys all have a fabulous weekend, and I hope you're enjoying the videos, at least up to this point. I do like doing them and having my opinion shared and feeling heard. But again, if it's not your thing, move along. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Bye.